Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, everyone.
SeAnDawn
here.
I like this perspective.
I do too.
This is good.
You guys haven't seen this angle of the office back there.
Yeah, it's like I'm not sitting in front of you this time. I like it.
It's a pretty good perspective. All right.
Yeah, lots to cover.
Let's cover
Lots to cover.
So we're going to talk today about some common nutrition mistakes.
Yeah.
We're
going to lead off or add on to what we talked about the last 2 weeks.
A little bit. We want to continue the nutrition discussion.
Yeah, a lot of our members, we post the video, they watch it in the couple of days after, and then over the next week we get tons of questions about the video and things that we mentioned in the video.
So we're going to talk about some reminders on why shortcuts don't equal permanent results, and that's really important there. We want to talk a little bit about what the difference is between Storm King and traditional fitness centers that you might have in your town. What makes us different for you. A little bit about the CrossFit Open. We just found out what that's going to be. Our featured product, driven product today. We're going to talk through that. We're going to hint a little bit about our current challenge and what the future challenge is going to be about. Got a couple featured athletes to discuss and a couple birthdays to discuss today. All right. So let's talk about one of the biggest mistakes that people, there's a lot of mistakes, but it might not be the biggest, but it's actually a common one mistake that people do.
It's not necessarily a mistake, but a tripping hazard can be for a lot of folks.
So a lot of people maybe you have a best friend and you know what, they're in some sort of weight loss phase and they're over here trying to get weight, lose some weight. And you see your friend, you're like, man, they've lost 20 pounds. I'm gonna eat it. What are you eating, Don? And I'm gonna eat exactly what you're eating. I'm going to lose that 20 pounds too.
Yeah.
Now,
so
why is that a mistake?
Well, first easy answer is that nutrition should be individualized. So it really should be specific to you. Everybody is so different. When we do an in-body scan, which a lot of people have asked this past week what an in-body is. If you've heard of a DEXA scan, it's going to be very similar to that, or a bod pod, or a submersion dunk tank. So it's going to be really close with all of that. But anyway, it gives us a printout with lots of information that includes muscle mass, skeletal muscle mass. It shows us a segment of each portion of your body. It gives us basal metabolic rates and visceral fat levels. All of that gives us a complete picture of what's happening beyond just the number that people see on the scale. So, and then it allows us to come up with a plan that includes, appropriate amount of calories for them based on what their goals are, appropriate protein. But we can't figure all of that out if we don't know, kind of behind the scenes what's happening with that person's, body. That's not necessarily going to be obvious with the number on the scale. So we can guess, but we can be more accurate with those facts, the scientific stuff.
Science, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so like I always tell people, let's say there's two 180-pound females. We'll just say females, it can be males or whatever, and they both have a desire to lose 20 pounds. They more than likely are going to have to eat totally different amounts of calories than the other person. So if Dawn weighed that amount and I weighed that amount, we're going to have to eat different calorie amounts. Why? Because we all carry different muscle. And the more muscle you carry, the more calories you get, right? Muscle is key there. Also key for tone. We talked about that.
Which is why you always hear women say, my husband just stopped drinking his beer and didn't go to McDonald's once that week and he lost 10 pounds, right?
Yeah.
Well, this is why. Because most men naturally are going to carry more muscle than women. They're built differently than us. And so typically they're going to have more calories just naturally that their body is already going to burn based on how much muscle they carry. So very different. A lot of times people will look at what, like you said, what their friend is doing and then give me that plan. I'm going to do exactly what you're doing because it worked for you. It'll work for me. The frustrating thing is when they come to me a week later and say, my friend lost another 4 pounds and I lost 0. The scale didn't move for me. It's like, okay, well, let's stop following their plan and let's come up with one that works for you. So an easy, not a mistake, but like a tripping hazard that we see a lot. And it's, we all do it, the comparison game. So it's so easy to see someone else's progress and to sometimes feel bad about the progress you're not making, or to think that if you do exactly what they're doing, you'll see the same results. People ask us all the time, just tell me exactly what you eat. I'm just going to eat
Yeah, I'm gonna
exactly
eat
what you eat. And then I'll look like, I'll be your size or whatever. It so doesn't work that way. So anyway.
Well, and you like to look at people's food and what they like to eat, what makes them happy, and you like to make some minor adjustments to it, and slowly get them to where they need to be. So, and literally, it can be just minor adjustments. It could be just volume. It can be like, hey, but maybe let's try this ingredient instead of that ingredient. It's just going to save a lot.
Right.
So, and it's that's the way you want to be. So that kind of leads into one of the common. It's not a myth, it's just more of a statement there, is that shortcuts don't equal permanent results. And everyone is so quick for the quick fix.
In fact, it's quite the opposite.
It's quite, yeah.
Most times.
And if you yo-yo consistently, I'm going to bet that you're more often than not taking a shortcut approach to whatever you're doing. Because it takes consistency over time to see your results, and you have to have the right plan and the right program that actually, you can make it happen quicker depending on what you're doing, but it has to be something that is learned, and it can't be a quick fix, right? It can't be this quick detox. It can't be, hey, I'm just going to go try this new diet program. We hate the word diet, because what happens? You've learned nothing, and that's why a lot of people that have done the Whole30 or the Paleo Challenge, right? The first time you do it, you're like, man, I lost a lot of weight, right? The second time people do it, oftentimes like, man, I didn't lose any weight or barely any, because you learned how to game the system, right? You're like, oh, I can have sweet potato. I guess I just might as well eat all the sweet potatoes I want today. Or I can have bacon in paleo. Let me just eat a pound of bacon.
Right.
Well,
or nuts.
You're not learning anything. Now, if it's your first attempt at trying to eat healthy and trying to eat whole foods, I think they're great options there, because it kind of focuses your mind. In fact, I like to use those as an entry. Hey, try to eat whole foods.
I like to call it a reset.
Yeah, then let's come back and let's
Or a
figure out how to now get really specific on things there.
But quite honestly, it's not a way of eating for a lifetime.
Not at all.
Anybody that has done Whole30, and I've talked to probably hundreds of people over the years, I don't know anybody that's done it forever. Yeah. It's meant to be a 30-day elimination diet, and I mean, there's similar examples all across the board, but that's just one. But the main hang up with that style is that it doesn't take into account portions, like you were saying. So they say, just eat foods that are on the lists and you'll lose weight. Well, not necessarily, because you can still way overconsume calories of good things.
Now, if you're carrying 50 to 100 pounds over your body weight, natural body weight, and you're eating out quite a bit, and you're going to fast food all the time, and you start doing that, you're going to lose weight.
Yep.
Right? You are going to lose weight.
Yep.
But at 30 days, if you haven't learned anything, you're likely going to bring that weight right back up, and maybe even more. Yeah. So
it creates that cycle of gaining and losing the same 10 pounds every year, and that so many of us fall into that trap.
Gaining 15, losing 10, gaining another 15, right?
So the trick is we got to figure out how to take, like Sean said, what your lifestyle is, what are your preferences, how do you like to eat as a family, what are the things you really enjoy. Take that and we work backwards and create a plan that allows you to reach your goals and still have the things you enjoy. Within moderation, of course.
Once again, no quick fixes there.
Yeah.
So, what makes Storm King Athletic Club different than most fitness facilities?
There's so many things.
There are so many things, but let me just tell.
Let's hit the highlights.
We are fitness professionals and trainers that we come in with an individualized plan for all of our members. We modify them to their needs daily. There's muscle confusion every day, so when you come in, it's not like you're just sitting on the bike and that's all you do every day is just sit on a bike. It's a different workout, and it's programmed to hit all the points of your body to give you a well-rounded, become a well-rounded, individualized person, I guess is the way to say it there. So we come in, and as trainers, when you come into our classes, almost everyone looks a little bit differently. And because we, just like in nutrition, we meet them where they're at, and we bring them up to an area at a pace that's appropriate for their movements and their physical ability there. So people that get nervous by that, we love this. We love modifying for you guys. We love finding ways. We love it. We have a member right now that, unfortunately, she'll watch him. She'll be like, "That's me." Broke her leg.
Lindsay.
And you know what? Lindsay knows. We modify all the workouts. She comes in and she
Comes
has
in with her crutches and she's in a full brace.
And so the rest of the class is doing something else, and we're figuring out movements that she can do that's going to benefit her recovery and just keep her strong, keep her mental clarity too a little bit there.
A lot of times we'll have members who are working with a physical therapist and have a regimen that they're working through there. And so often we will take what they have been working on with their PT, bring it into their workout. So we'll take their warm up and we'll swap it out for their exercises, or we'll incorporate them into the workout. And we're always working hand in hand with PTs, doctors, massage therapists, those kinds of things. We're always working in hand with them, making sure that our members, have that advice ahead of time, and then they're coming to us like, my doctor recommends I don't do this, and we do this, and those kinds of things. So lots of communication, lots of structure for all of our athletes. In fact, when you come into just about any class and you look around, you'll probably see more athletes modifying than not.
Correct.
So
and they should be, right?
And when we say modify, it just means like if you see the word pull-up programmed, there's going to be 10 different options below that pull-up that we can prescribe to a member that is going to give them the same stimulus as a pull-up. But obviously we realize, majority of the population doesn't just do pull-ups. Yep. So we give them other options, and we try to cycle them in differently each time. So they're working on different modifiers that are eventually going to build up to that movement. So,
correct. Yeah. What's going to be on there?
Very different.
CrossFit Open. So we're going to talk about this tomorrow. CrossFit Open. It's Red Friday.
CrossFit classes are following the CrossFit Open. Tomorrow's the third workout, and they snuck in a fourth.
Yeah. So it's 2 workouts in one, but it actually looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So
I knew that thrusters and a gymnastics
they kind of
movement
threw
were coming.
Everything in there. And this is the separator workout.
Thrusters and toes to bar
so the
kneel.
coaches were all talking like
Front
Castro.
squat is interesting.
Castro has to do a separator. The last 2 workouts have been something that, if you're a decent athlete, you could probably score pretty high on those. But you're not really a games athlete.
Right.
And,
this is where it's going to separate.
This is
the
where
men from the boys,
or the women from the girls,
the girls.
Right? Because it is, and it's going to be fun. So
15-minute time cap, and then it goes into a weightlifting workout.
But
complex, which is kind of fun.
And note, if you finish that 15-minute time cap early, let's say you finish at 10, you don't get the rest the next 5 minutes. You go right into the next 7 minutes of the complex. So all your coaches will explain that in class for you as you go there.
Athletes coming in, don't be worried. It's just another workout.
That's just another workout.
There's no pressure. It's fun, and we'll just modify it like we always do.
Let's talk about our feature product today.
Aminos.
Driven aminos here, right?
BCAAs.
Branch chained amino acid. Really
all
critical for muscle growth. All the rage.
Recovery.
Delicious too. So we love lemon. We like to mix it with our B&G. You might saw our B&G post the other day. We love
just
to mix
these.
Tiny
scooper.
Just a little bit in it.
And it's just a really fine powder that you just mix with water. It just dissolves right in your water. There's no chunks. It's amazing.
It's delicious, and it's a very refreshing. Maybe you don't take like a
caffeine?
whey protein.
Yeah.
There's no stimulant in this one though.
No, so I'm saying people that don't want caffeine, but still like to have a little pre-workout or something to sip during the workout or after. A lot of our folks will like the amino because there is no stimulant.
Yeah, no stimulant.
And it comes in a couple flavors.
This
We have
one's
watermelon.
Lemon's delicious.
And lemon is very popular. We cannot keep it on the shelf.
And we might know this from secondhand, but it's really good with a little bit of vodka.
I was gonna just say, works well as a mixer.
Works really
spring
well.
and summertime's coming up. Yeah.
So we've heard.
Come by and get it. The shelf is fully stocked, but like I said, it flies off the shelf. It goes quick.
So the challenge that we have going on right now, our kettlebell swing challenge, is getting real. I see a lot of the ladies. Finish next week. We had to restart over, so we're starting our 3rd week next week, and then we have another week to go.
Yeah.
But the following challenge is coming up. We haven't released it yet, but let's just say it's going to push you a little bit, members. And that's what we want to see.
What's the hashtag that goes with it? All out.
Hashtag all out.
Hashtag all out.
And there'll be some surprises.
You can guess what you think that might mean.
We don't know yet. Like we'll have a video for our members, our private group. We have a
Yeah.
private group that are all members, and we'll post that video.
But this is a workout, or this is a challenge that seriously every single member in the gym should be doing.
They should be doing
Every single one.
Yep, and
Yep.
You should repeat it afterwards, and we'll tell you the
And
importance
it'll
of
make
why.
sense, but
Yeah,
it's
you'll
not
be
going to be like, should I do it or should I not do it?
You should do it.
You should do it.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
every time. So we had a little technical difficulty with some of our postings for automatic release here, but our featured athlete, we usually
Our
do.
community spotlight.
Yeah, we usually do 2 a week, but we only had one didn't post, so sorry, you'll get posted next week on that.
I wonder who it is.
Yeah, Shelby
Shelby Simmons.
Simons.
Yes.
She's our neighbor.
Close. She lives on our block.
Yeah.
Hi, Shelby.
Yeah, she is great.
Yep.
Now, fun fact, she moved on our block a long time ago.
Well, not a long time ago.
It's
Probably been a couple of years.
But, and we didn't realize she lived there because we just didn't see each other. But we would see her walking our neighborhood and we're like, hey, she must live around here. And she's like, you idiots, I live right, 4 houses down from you.
Shelby, just so you know, your husband has the best grass in the block. We actually want to hire him to come take care of our grass.
He's got really good grass. And then we have a couple.
Shelby's having a baby.
She is, yes. Yep. She is having a baby.
Yep.
And one of our birthday for this week is also having a baby.
Is also having a, I think we have 5 Storm King babies coming up.
Oh yeah, do you know
I think we have 2 or 3 that just got born.
Yeah, we do that
Recently,
So-
and 5 more coming.
So the birthdays this week.
Yeah.
Amanda Noble
Amanda Noble, happy birthday.
also having a baby. Vanessa
Castle.
You're not having a baby.
No,
That I
probably
know
not.
of.
She
Yeah.
probably wouldn't want you to say that.
Yeah, not having a baby. So
Happy
birthday to
ladies.
you guys.
Yes.
Come in, support Storm King. Get into the coffee box this weekend. It's supposed to be a really
It's
nice.
supposed to be really nice on Saturday.
So let's
Yeah.
get out and let's support small business and let's get out there and do this. If you're
Yes.
interested in membership with Storm King, you can comment below, or you can go on our StormKingAthleticClub.com and go into schedule my free intro, and you can book your own consult to come in. And like always, if you like the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you'll get more alerts whenever they pop up. Thanks, guys.
All right, have a great weekend. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.